the day one of the World Series of Bowling 17. A packed house here in Lakeville, Minnesota is ready to watch 5 hours of live coverage on CBS Sports Network next. This is Lucky Strike Lakeville in Lakeville, Minnesota. We are minutes from Minneapolis. Today we start the 17th World Series of Bowling with the PBA 50 Ballard Championship. Three of the best all-time bowlers are back on TV going for a title. We have two matches on the show. We start with Bill Rowe against 9-time PBA 50 champion John Janowicz. The winner takes on top seed and Hall of Famer Jason Couch. And welcome to the Twin Cities. Great to have with us. For the PBA Tour on CBS Sports Network, the World Series of Bowling is underway. Dave Ryan alongside the Hall of Famer Chris Barnes. Chris, are you ready? A bowling bonanza is about to unfold. We're going to take over CBS Sports Network. 4 straight days, 5 hours of coverage each, 20 total hours, 8 winners. It's going to be awesome.
This is incredible. If you love bowling, this is the place to be for the next 4 days. You're going to have 15 players every day, matches going nonstop. I can't think of anything better. All
right, so the headliner for this first show is Jason Couch, a three-peat Tournament of Champions, first in 1999, Overland Park, Kansas, against Chris Barnes. Sorry about that.
Had a good seat for that one.
2000 as well. Lake Zurich, a little outside Chicago, got by Ryan Schaefer. And then in 2002, Mohegan Sun Arena, Uncasville, Connecticut, beat Ryan Schaefer again for the three-peat. What a career for Jason Couch. 37th year as a pro bowler, 16 tour titles on the PBA Tour, 4 majors, also won the Players Championship in 1993, in addition to the TOC three-peat. He's won 3 times the PBA 50 Tour, 1992 Rookie of the Year, Hall of Famer, USBC, and the PBA. Jason Couch is ready to bowl.
Today I got to go out there, I got to make sure I keep my legs under me. As long as I keep my legs under me and get through that shot, man, I should keep firing like I have been all week.
Well, in a little bit different center. We've qualified in one place. We come to this center. Anything different about this today that you're expecting?
Just keep an open mind. I mean, different surface, much newer surface. Ball should be cleaner through the front, a little more responsive down lane. And, you know, that's what practice sessions are for, to try and figure that out. So I feel good going into today and looking forward to the last match.
All right, guys. Jason Couch will watch the first match. Bill Rowe, John Janowicz, head-to-head here in the Twin Cities to begin World Series of Bowling 17 at the PBA 50 Tour. Chris, you're a star as well. I know you went to try to make these shows. Good bowling again this week. Of course, on TV for the first time in a long time.
Since 2009, the guys were super excited about the opportunity to be in here, and no one better than our back-to-back Player of the Year, John Janowicz.
Perfect start, finds the 1-3 pocket, crunches them all back. JJ, as he's known affectionately, as Bill Rowe. 60 years old, from Hamilton, Ontario, not far from Toronto. Wife and daughter are here. His first shot. High does, just the 3-pin. Could have been a lot worse there for Bill, battling a right bicep injury. In fact, yesterday Chris did not practice, but he told us pre-show he's feeling pretty good now. Adrenaline's flowing, right?
This is just inside a target. The Ballard pattern is pretty short. You have 26 feet of back end. Your break point needs to be closer to 4 or 5 than the 7-8 where that one got to.
Single quick spare conversion, got that. Many of the pros on today's show bowl a perfect game. Everyone in America can receive a free game of bowling, courtesy of Go Bowling. To pre-register, visit GoBowling.com and sign up for the Go Bowling Free America promotion.
Bill opting for an ethos, as you can see there. Gonna go ahead and hook it a little bit more than I thought he was going to in practice.
Perfection there, Chris, right on the money. Tattoos the pocket, takes care of business. Good shot.
Yeah, this is ideal. This is what he's looking to do. Still a touch left to where he wants to be. You watch this one get out, though. It gets out to about the 5th board. He got just outside that tracer there. Where the thin lines are, that's the 5th board. He's going to want to try and get probably a couple boards right of that. Janowicz is throwing a version of plastic, and so he's able to keep his break point closer to the headband.
That's a little high, but takes care of business as well. All 10 down for JJ. Middle finger on his bowling hand was really sore yesterday. He told us that was going to be an issue today as well. So, you know, a lot of bowling. PBA 50 tour injuries are tough to overcome right at this level.
He's done some surgery, and that's the one thing that is common. As we're up in over your 50-year stage, these guys have all bowled for more than 30-some years. You can see his arsenal here. The axe is his lowest end ball. This spy, it's got a little particle plastic and a core in it. It's got it listed about 4.5. It's in the middle there. It's got some surface on it.
Nice looking shot, trip 10 pin.
Very, very controllable, and that's what both players have opted for on this 36-foot pattern.
Bill told us yesterday about 10% of his career has been bowling. The rest has been coaching. He actually had a computer programmer job as well in Hamilton as we check his arsenal.
You can see this is the strongest of all the balls that he brought over to the TV pair. Meant to bleed off a little energy on the way to the dry. Just not getting it over there right now, but very fortunate.
Trip 6 pin. All right, CB, break down the old pattern for us today. Name for the great Del Ballard.
36 feet, extreme outside angles. You want to be as close to that gutter as possible, especially at the end of the pattern. Right at that 36 feet, use the rule of 31. You want to be 5 or outside of that at the end of it.
As always, send our very best to Del in the Dallas Metroplex. 13-time titles, 4 majors for Del Ballard Jr. 17-time regional winner as well. For the all-time greats.
A legend indeed. One of the guys I've looked up to for a long time.
Absolutely. Here's Bill. Pays a price. 4, 6, 7 split. Tough conversion on the way here.
And just so far, every shot has really been just a little bit inside of target. As you can see, this one only gets out to about 7 or so, cuts through the heart. He's going to have to trust it and get one all the way out to probably 1-2 one time. And then give himself a little hole from there, but he's going to have to move his eyes to the right.
Lots of cover. Came close to that 6 pin there, Chris, but could not convert. So the open frame changes this match.
Golden opportunity for John, and this is what he's done so well over the last 2 years, is taking advantage of opportunity.
For the front 4 and a 35-pin lead. Okay.
Wow. That's going to be pretty tough to beat there. He missed inside the first one, tripped the 4, and that one got, for the ball he's throwing, pretty far right. He got this one outside to probably about the 3rd board and made it all the way back. Trickles him down, and pretty surprised, I think, that that one actually made it back. Rev rate's down a little bit. As you get a look at his fingers there, he's opened up that middle finger to take some pressure off of it. Doing most of the work with the ring finger.
Looks for the front 5 there, partner. 4 pin this time stands for him. The strike streak comes to an end. Mika Koivuniemi in the semifinals. To get this far, we'll see Mika again back on TV for the World Championship PBA 50 title. To wrap things up on the PBA 50 side on Tuesday night. 4 pin, got that. Comfortable lead at this point of the match for JJ.
And he did beat. He was the 6th seed. So we bowled, when we got down to 6, we bowled a best-of-5 match. He beat the #1 seed, Mika Koivuniemi, 3-1 to make the step ladder today. Both these players, long-time national team members.
Yeah. Bill Rowe beat Brad Angelo, the 3rd seed. That was in 4. Bill needs an answer. Not going to get it right now.
Moved right, ball changed there to something a little smoother, get a little closer to the friction. I was down there just minutes before we started, and that's what they thought he was going to do. He made a last-minute change. Turns out that it didn't work. He didn't get his eyes comfortable enough with what he needed to do there. The one thing about throwing urethane and plastic is there's plenty of carry down which goes on, and lanes have probably tightened up at least that one board enough to leave a 2-pin there.
Well, Bill told us yesterday, take the 2-pin there, but going head to head with John Janowicz, with the all-time greats, the PBA 50 Tour, longtime employee of Kegel, of course, in Lake Wales, Florida. He knew this would be a huge challenge today. He's in a big hole. His 6 frame works on a spare.
Certainly a match of not only 2 of the most talented players over 50, but 2 of the best minds in bowling.
Needs it. Doesn't get it.
And this is where you see the carry down. In practice, this would have came back off of it, but the carry down's happened now. The ball's skidding a little bit more. See the 4 roll and the 2, not fortunate enough to get that to roll into the 5. Could have used a little bit of luck and a little momentum there.
Hands are up. 5-pin standing. Got to get this, or he buys for everybody. In the bowling center. Doesn't have to buy, that's the good news. For Bill Rowe, our 2 seed. The bad news is he's in trouble against John Janowicz in our first match, PBA 50 Ballard Championship underway. On CBS Sports Network, the World Series of Bowling is here.
The PBA World Series of Bowling on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by Go Bowling. For friends and family fun, head to gobowling.com to find a center near you.
Broadcast schedule coming up next, the Cheetah Championship on the PBA side. We can't wait. 4 hours of coverage. We'll eventually crown a champion, as we will every night here at the 17th PBA World Series of Bowling in suburban Minneapolis. All roads lead to Thunder Bowl, June 13th on CBS Sports, streaming live on Paramount Plus. The 2026 PBA World Championship will be an incredible couple of shows in suburban Detroit. Long road to get there. John Janowicz wants to make sure. It's a really long road here for Bill. Works on a spare. Avoids the disastrous 7-10. Split has the 10-pin here.
Just kind of middled his first 2 shots there. The first one was a little left, the next one was a little right, and this one got in between. Maybe a touch stiff out of the commercial break. I don't know about fortunate to knock out the 7-pin, but didn't need an unlucky 7-10 there to kick off the back half of this game.
Not coming out of the commercial break, Chris. That would be the worst. 9 PBA 50 titles for JJ. That's tied for 12th all time. 2-time Player of the Year, CB, as you mentioned. 2018 inductee to the USBC Hall of Fame. Just a great career. And he told us yesterday getting to number 10 would be just huge for him. That's a big number. Double figures. Good shape in the semifinal match. 7-pin.
He's seeing a little bit of what Bill saw as he made a ball change. The ball's starting to get a little bit lazier down lane. Watch the 5-pin there in the middle. Gets paralyzed and goes the wrong way instead of shooting into the 7-pin.
At this point, just want to stay clean. Single pin spare conversion, no worries there for JJ. 2009 Amateur of the Year from the WAA. Distinguished career. 9-year member of Team USA. We talked about Bill's great tenure as member of Team Canada as well. It is go time now. Here for Bill Rowe. Seven frame works on a spare. Nice.
Much better shot. He moved a little bit right with his feet, got his lay down right on top of where the friction is there. This ball starts outside of 5, goes to about the 3rd board, rolls right off of it. Perfect 10 back. Still has 234 as a max score. John Janowicz on a 227 pace. He could certainly...
Did it re-rack, JJ? It didn't re-rack, did it? It didn't re-rack, did it? Oh, I was gonna say I didn't see it yet.
Win numbers. Really good for John Janowicz now. Bill did not officially call for a re-rack. Under the Canadian 10-pin Hall of Fame. Needs another. Cut to 23. Good shot, 10-pin. Tough break.
That might have been his best executed shot of the game. He actually got that one out to in between the 1st and 2nd board, maximizing the angle, getting to roll through it. Watch this one, gets all the way to it. This is really what he's trying to do to get his ball to stand up through it, and it just didn't make the corner enough. Flat 10.
Has a 10-pin, but that spare is not going to help too much at this point. John Janowicz is in the driver's seat to his 8th frame, up by 33 pins. He works on a spare. Didn't practice yesterday either with his finger injury.
That's good.
He liked it. Good reason. Inching closer.
John actually went home after the first event where he qualified here 5 days ago and got an MRI. Found out no big damage going on there, so he could rest in ice. That if he, as long as that it felt okay, he could at least compete. Said Dave, certainly in the driver's seat now. 227 pace, max score for Bill Rowe, 214.
Foundation frame will go up by 43 pins. You bet.
Motley through. Look out.
Big strike, foot on the gas here late.
This is a really good one. This is the most he's hooked this ball the whole time. A little more touch on it, a little slower. Got it up in the air a little bit. Hallmark of his game is his ability to loft it well and consistently.
Back to Bill. He's the target a bit. 2-pin stance for him. His foundation frame. He's down by 44. John's looking really good to take on Jason Couch for the championship.
That one slid by it just a little bit. He's pretty disappointed. He will get to bowl tomorrow on the Monticelli pattern. You can hear the audible groan as it comes off his hand there. I think spares hurt his bicep probably more than strikes. He'd much rather just make those spares on the first ball.
He said he was about 70% yesterday. This match is over. So JJ will advance to the championship round and take on the top seed Jason Couch. Hall of Famer against Hall of Famer coming up. See who wins the Ballard Championship. Nice shot there, one of his best of the day. And you know, Chris, I mean, you've been at this a long time.
You're in trouble
Bowling
now,
through injuries
JJ.
can be
You're in
really
trouble now,
tough,
buddy.
if not impossible.
Yes. It's so hard to get comfortable, and it's been a long time since either one of these guys have been on TV, in a minute. And wasn't really sure with his ball choice. Made a last-minute change, and it didn't work out early, and just off balance. Been bowling against Billy for over 30 years, and world-class competitor. And I imagine we're going to see something a lot better tomorrow.
See more time Ballard Championship tonight. And then Monticelli tomorrow. One of 4 PBA 50 titles to be determined here in suburban Minneapolis. Head toward the World Championship in Allen Park on June 13th. 182 there for Bill to begin play. Head to head with John Janowicz, who will advance to take on Jason Couch.
Take the opportunity here to make a ball change and see what this looks like. A little more angle here. Spy to a concept. All the way out to the gutter.
Good time to experiment. Match is in the books. Well, for Bill, told us yesterday it would be a dream come true to win a PBA 50 title. Have to wait one more day at least for tomorrow afternoon. Jason Couch waiting in the wings. The top seed. It's about to be back on TV for the first time in a long time. 15 years since he's been under the bright lights of national television.
Place he has a lot of experience at, though. It's just been a minute.
John Janowicz from Florida finishes up 235, 182 win over Bill Rowe from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, in the first match of the Ballard Championship here on CBS Sports Network. Jason Couch, the top seed. John Janowicz about to go head-to-head to see who wins World Series of Boating title on the 50 sides next. Welcome to the Go Bowling halftime show. Let's flash back, shall we? September 26, 2008, inaugural Chris Paul PBA Celebrity Invitational. MF Major League Lanes in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Jason Couch, LeBron James knocked off Chris Paul and, Chris Barnes, the championship match, 214-195. Good memories. We're not picking on it, CB, I promise.
That was an incredible event. Dwayne Wade was there. Rudy Gay was there.
Wow. How was LeBron bowling?
He was very fortunate to win that day. Chris Paul was a far better bowler. Couch that day, though, was unbelievable, and I think he's looking to do the same thing just now.
All right, let's recap the first match then. John Janowicz, 235-182 over Bill Rowe. What are your thoughts on match one?
Well, Bill was just uncomfortable, basically, and John has done what he's done basically every time he's had the opportunity the last couple of years. He just puts enough pressure on you constantly that if you make mistakes, you don't get to walk through the door. He doesn't give you any free ones.
You know Jason Couch as well as anyone, CB. Is he going to be ready for this moment? First time on TV in 15 years.
Man, he loves this moment. He always has loved this moment. It's a battle of true heavyweights. You got one of the most powerful strike balls and most accomplished players on the PBA or PBA 50 tour versus the reigning two-time player of the year. Power versus power.
Can't wait. Ballard Championship coming up here on CBS Sports Network. Jason Couch, John Janowicz, head-to-head. The finals on the way. Weekday morning, 6 Eastern on CBS Sports Network. Don't miss the epic duo, former quarterback Boomer Esiason and Greg Giannotti discussing the hottest topics in sports. Boomer and Gio coming your way. Also coming your way, the championship match. Here we go. Janowicz, Jason Couch, two PBA legends back on TV. JJ's won 10 on the PBA 50 tour. Jason Couch, the Hall of Famer, told us moments before the show, I want to prove why I led this tournament. And I am ready to rock. Back under the bright lights, JC, pretty cool.
He's been waiting a long time to be here. I think the best part of Jason has always been super aggressive, and this is the pattern that lets him be aggressive.
Familiar sight, legend back on the lanes, a lefty. Nice. Crunches the 1-2 pocket.
I don't really care who you are. If you've been on 100 shows or your second one, your first shot on TV after a period of time like that, your heart rate's up. and it's hard to get everything under control. To throw a shot like that speaks volumes about what to expect from Jason this game.
2:35 game for Janowicz over Bill Rowan, game 1. First shot, game 2. JJ.
JJ
Nice.
going back with the same ball again. Back with that spy.
You're down.
Do you like the ball choice?
It's what he used against Mika to get into the show. It's been his go-to. It just controls the lane so well. I think he just decided to move a little further right, get a little closer to the friction, and play a little bit more hold. If he can keep shaking them down like that, he's not going to miss the pocket much, that's for sure.
Looking for the first 2. Got that. Really good looking shot. Tattoos the pocket. All 10 back.
And this is really going to turn into a touch versus power type of matchup. JJ going with a weaker ball, less technology, more control. He's going to have to use more touch to get it to go through the pins. Jason's going to use more of his power and speed to knock him over.
Hall of Fame lefty. Continues a nice start. So cool to see the PBA 50 Tour returning to TV. Big way here at the WSOB. 4 straight days of coverage showcasing some of the greatest names in the sport.
Slide right here. This has been the problem in years past. He's had knee issues. When he can get that right foot out in front of him and get a little knee flex, his swing planes out a little bit. The ball goes forward. When it gets stiff, it goes down in the lane, hooks early, and hits flat.
Legends, Hall of Famers, and champions. PBA 50 Tour back on TV. Couch's Arsenal. Looks for the first 3. 7 pins.
He's going with the black pearl urethane, a very popular choice. In this one, he just doesn't catch the volume here. He's got to hook a lot. And then you see by the bounce there that it was a little steep. Didn't get it out on the lane as much as down into the lane. Sucked a little bit of that power and energy out of the ball. Hits a little flat, leaves a flat 7 pin. Really is so minor, but the differences between those 90-95% shots and the 80-85, it hit his target perfectly, just not quite the same rotation.
Up by 1/3 frame to go up by 11. You bet.
Wow. That plastic ball, just snapping the 10 out. Looked like it might be a little bit flat going through him. Something similar to Jason, but a little more touch, a little softer speed. 6 gets out of the flat gutter and knocks out the 10. You see their 8-time member of Team USA, one of the best teammates you'll ever bowl with. He's low key, nice, easy, and super versatile. All the things that make a great teammate.
28 years at Kegel. Oh, keeps on going. Sometimes you get lucky. Got the first 4. You see the expression. And he's up by 21 to begin the match.
2-pin come off the board, tip out both the 4 and the 7. That one came off a little bit too soft with the speed. Came off a little too hard. You mentioned the 28 years at Kegel, arguably, if not the best, one of the best lane men in the world on top of it.
Here's Couch, 4th frame. Looks good. Hammers the 1-2 pocket. Well, Jason Couch's legendary career we told you about. Not one, not two, but 3 TOC titles, three-peat. As we talked about top of the show. Wow. Saw Ballard there, congratulating him. And then the third, finally, in 2002. Last 2 over Ryan Schaefer.
Yep.
He's the Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut, not far from her.
As things cycle around, Dell was Jason's ball rep for a lot of times in the 2000s and some of Jason's best years on tour.
Not much you can do about the front 4 from JJ. Frame cut it to 11. Needs this. Has it.
Better shot, better projection. It's not coming up the hill on that left lane quite as much as the right for him. He's going to have to either make a small move or soften up his speed to let it get around the corner. But he is still way in this match. 1 single pin lead from John, and this could be a tie game.
Fifth frame for the front 5, 21 pin lead. 10 pin all by itself.
And there you go. After the last one creeped high, it's just such human nature not to repeat the same mistake, and you guard against it even though it was the other lane.
Cross lane, 10 pin, got that. He told us pre-show, gonna have to be a shot maker. He was lucky enough to get to the finals to beat Bill Rowe, which he did against the powerful Jason Couch. Championship match.
Yeah, with the ball choice he made, that's going to be where he has to lean into some of that loft, some of that extra touch. And his finger not being completely healthy, he can't create quite the same rev rate that he would before.
Sixth frame, 10 pin lead. Got another one. And John Janowicz told us yesterday, had to get that finger ready to go. And if I couldn't figure it out, I'm not a pro. I need to be able to figure this out. And he's doing it, up to a great start at the front 4. Tight match. Championship match for the Ballard Championship on CBS Sports Network.
The PBA World Series of Bowling on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by AMF, the home of PBA, where the pros play. Head to amf.com to find a center near you.
Coming up next, CBS Sports Network brings you more strikes and spares as the PBA World Series of Bowling continues. Next with the Cheetah Championship match play. It's a 2-hour show. And then we'll wrap it up with a 2-hour show in the championship round as well. 12 bowlers begin that show. One will raise the trophy as the PBA Tour champion tonight. And one of these 2 legends, 2 Hall of Famers head-to-head. Couch Janowicz will become a champion in the next few minutes. 6th frame to tie it. Couch. That's the target. Not much. 4-7.
Got a handful of that one. It got to the friction spot. It just jumped off of it. Toughest shot to throw in bowling, in my opinion, is that first shot after the 3-minute break. Hard to get yourself back into the same adrenaline level, into the same moment of intensity as well.
Game changer. 8 spare. Let's take a look at our Bowl TV highlights. Last Sunday, May 3rd, 3rd game of qualifying for the PBA 50 Ballard Championship. Jason Couch rolled a perfect 300 game. 3rd game of his first qualifying session. Finished with a Brooklyn on his final shot, but hey, whatever works. Perfection for Couch. That was over in Brooklyn Park where all the qualifying match play was held. We're here at a different bowling center for the final. Last runaway Brooklyn helped get him to this spot. 7th frame works on a spare. 7 pin, down it goes late.
Old school couch.
There you go. Watch the head pin here as it goes to the right wall. Turns around the other way, which is an unusual one. But the seniors all do it a little different.
However it gets there, CB.
That's right.
However it gets there. Big strike. Go up by 22 here for JJ in the 7th. Got it. Important strike.
His ability to take advantage of opportunity is what's really set him apart the last couple of years. Last time he was a little bit light on this lane. Again, a little lighter, but he got the ball to stand up better and go through the pins the right way. Get that little shaker hit. See him using a pin down ball. This plastic ball has a giant core in it and a little bit of particle, as I understand it.
Big shot, go by 32. Finds the range again, just enough into that 1-3 pocket. Carey now a 32-pin lead in his 8th frame.
When your pocket gets that big, everything gets real comfortable. I don't know that he's overjoyed about those, and he's going to make little small moves on both lanes to try and get it to flush. But knowing you can get away with something that's not quite perfect is a huge swing relaxer.
Couch has 3 PBA 50 Tour titles. Needs an 8th frame. Cut it to 22. Not quite there. 2-pin stands.
It's almost like a spot blew up in the front of the lane there, just past the arrows. This one got to the right place too and started to hook immediately. Goes through here, and then right now it starts picking up instead of skidding through like it had before, and it's already offline now by the time it gets to the end of that 36-foot pattern.
Two-pin has it there with flashback. Ballard Jr., the Hall of Famer, 1993 U.S. Open King of the Hill match. Canandaigua, not far from Rochester. Took on, look at that, young Jason Couch. Oh, the lefty and the legend went head-to-head.
A lot less silver and a lot less LBs.
Big strike down the stretch run there for Dell. And a big moment for the Hall of Famer. Name for him. Night for Couch.
That got all the way to the first board.
That's why. 2-7 baby split for lefties, and the hole is huge now for Couch.
Yeah, huge trouble. This one almost goes in the gutter, and there is no oil on the outside board here, and it overhooks off of it. Even the 2-7, still a possible 225, but barring an absolute disaster.
He doesn't get it. So 7 stands, and John Janowicz is going to win this one. The last title on the PBA 50 Tour for Jason Couch was the Ballard Championship. So trying to repeat the feat, but does not look like it'll happen today. That was in Jackson, Michigan. Janowicz in control. Go by 55. Oh yeah!
Perfect shot.
John Janowicz is going to win the PBA 50 Ballard title with the World Series of Bowling. Hall of Famer over Hall of Famer here today. Tomorrow 3 Eastern, CBS Sports Network brings you more strikes and spares. PBA 50 World Series of Bowling continues. The Monticelli Championship. Some more great PBA 50 bowling to begin action at 3 Eastern. We go right to PBA bowling, and we'll crown a champion again. We'll do it 4 straight nights and days here in the Twin Cities.
Wow.
Good for JJ, right?
He's just incredible how good he is at taking advantage of these chances, and he just doesn't let many of them go by. Another great game in the final. Jay had a little struggle, but really the problem is Janowicz doesn't give him any room to breathe. Potential 279 here.
And he told us yesterday how important that 10th PBA 50 title would be. He's got it wrapped up. We will see Jason Couch again tomorrow. The Monticelli Championship here in Lakeville. Overcoming a pretty severe finger injury. John Janowicz saw it through 2 matches. Beats Bill Rowe and beats Jason Couch to take the title. Great bowling, John Janowicz here today. It's been a minute since Jason Couch, the Hall of Famer, been on TV. So great to see him back under the bright lights. Couch finished this one up, make it official. 68 for JJ in the championship match, impressive. 4. 5 strike streak as well to put things away against Jason Couch. John wanted to thank Chris Chartrand, Kegel down in Florida, making sure he could realize the dream.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Okay.
Thank you.
And dream come true for John Janowicz. PBA World Series of Bowling continues. Cheetah Championship match play is next here on CBS Sports Network. 12 bowlers start. By the end of the evening, we'll have 1 champion. See who takes the Cheetah title this year at the World Series of Bowling. Chris Barnes, let's award a trophy.
I'm here with PBA 50 Tournament Director Tony Lanning, here with some hardware.
Yeah, definitely. JJ, unbelievable bowling as always. It's such a pleasure to see the PBA 50 back on television. You represented it as expected, so congratulations on this win.
Wow, thank you very much.
JJ, it's been a pretty crazy 5 days for you. Can you tell us a little bit about what you went through to get here?
Yeah, I mean, I had actually hurt my finger a couple of weeks ago, and actually I'm going to end up taking probably at least a month and a half off, so I'm going to probably end out taking I've already withdrawn from the next 3 tournaments and probably the next 5 because I got to let my finger heal. Fortunately, it happened to be okay today, but yeah, it's been just managed to manage through it, and it's been kind of a wild ride so far.
Yeah, I mean, congratulations. Tell us about some of the moves and the things you went through in those 2 games to get here.
Yeah, like I said, I felt like with that spy that I threw, I just actually felt like it was probably the best look to be able to keep everything in front of me, because I didn't feel like on the fresh it would be very good to be able to cross too many boards, and especially with my hand kind of the way it was, I was like, I wasn't going to try to throw it too hard, and I just felt like it just made it a little bit easier to I could just kind of relax and roll through it, and fortunately it actually struck. So I mean, it was just managed to manipulate it, and I just tried to get a little bit slower on that left lane, because I could see the right lane. The right lane was definitely tighter, and I kind of started to feel it, so I just got a little bit slower, and fortunately it was the right call.
Well, we talked about it. You just keep putting pressure on your opponents in these final matches, and they all seem to wilt under your pressure. Is that just a strategy? Do you know what the other players are as you're bowling? You're just doing your own thing.
No, I'm really just doing my own thing. I mean, I just figure, if I do my part and I'm just, smart with the moves and make good shots, it'll work out in its own.
Well, congratulations on your 10th PBA 50 Tour title. Your champion, John Janowicz.
Thank you.
Chris, JJ, thanks. Double figure PBA 50 Tour titles For JJ, John Janowicz from Florida raises the trophy here in Lakeville, Minnesota. More on the way on CBS Sports Network. Now for Chris Barnes, it's Dave Ryan saying so long from suburban Minneapolis. It's been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. It was so great to see the PBA 50 Tour bowlers back on TV, like the legend, the Hall of Famer, Jason Couch. He was the top seed. John Janowicz in the end was a little bit better and got the PBA 50 title, the 10th of his career. The Hall of Famer celebrates in Minneapolis.